Darren Marchant with American Nomad News, a cooking edition. I have my little cook pot, which you may not even be able to see because it's pretty dark right now. I have a hard-boiled egg still in the shell. I have 2 packets of shrimp-flavored top ramen and a can of smoked kippers. That's herring to you and me. I also have 7 packets of Folgers brand instant coffee. Not always a super fan of instant coffee, but they are pretty convenient for what they are. Okay, so I also have a new can, which I have not burnt all the stuff off, but I'm going to take the risk because I want coffee, dude. Seriously, I want coffee. I want coffee. Okay, so this is going to be my coffee, and this is going to be my egg drop fish soup. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these guys. I'm going to, with the seal on the back, I'm going to, on the top, I'm going to fold it like a backwards taco, just like that. And what that does for me is it gives me access to the bag without it being all torn apart. And the pieces are fairly big, so I get some good sized noodles and I can insert them in the can like that. Okay, and I'm just going to set these biscuits in there and try and dump as much of that stuff in there as I can. And this is easy to find. This is a little flavor packet. We're going to set that aside for the moment. Pour that in there. Hopefully not lose too much. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in my pocket. Litter control. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the other packet. I'm going to make sure that the stuff in the can that's already there is arranged so I can fit some more. Do the same thing over again. Peel it open like that. Whoops, lost a few. They call it hippie popcorn for a reason. And that's because you can eat it like popcorn when it's raw, without the flavoring, or with the flavoring for that matter. And it's almost the same. It's just a starchy kind of thing. It's wheat instead of corn. Shove that in there like that. And find my little flavor packet. I got 2 flavor packets handy. And they're both shrimp flavored, which is compatible with the kippers. It's a fishy flavor, so it's going to go with the kippers. That's my plan. Okay, so we put that in there. Okay. Then I'm going to take each one of these little flavor packets, swing it, get all that stuff down on one end, and I'm going to dump it out. And this flavor seems to be, the flavor packet seems to be fairly easy to empty because it's a dry powder. Some of them are kind of gooey and they don't want to come out very easy. I kind of like it when they come out, you get all the flavor you're going to get. Sometimes if the flavor won't come out because it's kind of gummy, you can take the whole packet, just cut the top off of it and set that aside and put the whole packet down in the water to warm up and it'll soften and you can remove it. Okay, so I got everything in there. Yep, okay. And I'm gonna peel my egg. I'm gonna take the eggshells and I'm gonna throw them in where I'm gonna have the fire. And they'll burn up. Because calcium will burn, and that's fine. And there's less stuff to go in the landfill. So go ahead and do that. Now, for the homeless, getting a chance to cook is very, very difficult. You have to really think it through, because in different places you have different obstructions to your survival, and even to just getting out from being forced to take charity. you don't have a choice. When it's life or death, when it's, you know, eat or die, and there is no real option for work. They'll tell you that, oh, you're a bad person, you're not working, and all that kind of stuff. No, they want you to sign up for their whole program where you make them rich and you get nothing, and you're a slave paying rent. And the better slave you are, maybe they'll move you up to a little bit better housing that you're still in debt for, or really are not free to do with what as you please. And there's a whole bunch of that's just not acceptable anymore to me. I want to own my own life. And it actually took homelessness to make me largely out of debt. Okay, now I got my can of Kippers. I'm going to open it carefully, upright, because there's some oil in there usually, some sort of fluid. You want to be careful not to lose that, because that's where a lot of your nutrients are, and the flavor. It smells pretty good if you like smoked fish. Some people find it a little bit strong, but that's okay. And I'm going to tilt it up and drain the fluid right into the top ramen. Okay, just like that, if you can see it at all. Okay, get that to drain in there. Okay, and then I'm going to take these Kippers, and they're smoked pretty much more than you see most canned fish being smoked. They got a really strong smoky flavor. They're pretty fun to eat too. I like them. I'm going to put that Kippers right in there like that. Make sure all that fluid's nice and in there. Clean my fingers. Okay. Push that down just a little bit. I got my jug of water. Okay. I've been thirsty for a while today. Okay, so I'm going to pour that in there. I don't want to overflow and lose some of that flavor. And everything to cook in real good. Remember, I've got 2 flavor packets and 2 packets of noodles. I've got 1 hard-boiled egg that I've squished and put down in there, and then I've topped it with Kippers. I'm going to set that right in the middle of the grill. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this can out, because I just ate the soup that came in it. And I'm going to just top it off with some water. And I've got maybe ½ an inch to the top. Set that right next to the other can. Swig. With the lid on. Remember, always when you take lids off, put them upside down so that the lip that touches the container fluids doesn't, you're not transferring anything. Okay. Okay, now I have a little building to do. We are going to take some of these sticks and we're going to arrange them around that. And I'm going to go ahead and shut this video off for now, and the next will be part 2.